Good morning, all. Look at this beautiful world of colors, world of happiness. See the beautiful bloomy flowers. See that greenery. See this waterfall. We are all able to see these miracles of God only because God has gifted us with a pair of eyes. Eyes. These are the major sense organ which helps us to see and experience. Your eyes are a reflection of your spirit. Eyes are the major sense organ that helps the brain to evoke sensation. Today we are going to study in detail about the structure and function of eye. Eyes. These are located in the depression of skull, the eye socket, and is protected with external eye muscles, eyebrows, eyelashes, and eyelids. Light passes through the layers of eye and is translated into visual information by the brain. There are mainly three layers of eye: sclera, choroid, and retina. Sclera. It is the white outer layer which gives firmness to the eye. It is made up of connective tissues. Sclera is further divided into two parts: cornea and conjunctiva. Cornea. It is the projected transparent anterior part of the sclera which refracts light rays to focus on the retina. Conjunctiva. It is the layer which covers and protects the front part of sclera except the cornea. The second layer of eye is choroid. It is the middle layer which contains a large number of blood vessels. The parts of choroid can be categorized as iris, pupil, lens, and ciliary muscles. Iris. It is the part of choroid seen behind the cornea. Presence of pigment melanin gives the iris a dark color. The variation of melanin content gives the iris different colors like black, brown, blue, green, etc. The next part of choroid is pupil. It is the aperture seen at the center of the iris. Intensity of light regulates the dilation of pupil. In the dim light, the pupil size decreases and increases when the light is subjected to fall on the pupil. The most important part of an eye is its lens. It is an elastic, transparent convex lens which is connected to ciliary muscles by the thread-like ligaments. The curvature and the focal length of lens changes according to the distance of object. Ciliary muscles. These are seen around the lens. The contraction and relaxation of these muscles alter the curvature of lens. The thirdmost and the innermost layer of an eye is retina. It has photoreceptors. Rod cells and cone cells are the photoreceptors seen in retina. Rod cells are more in number than cone cells. Retina has mainly three parts. They are yellow spot, blind spot, and optic nerve. Yellow spot. It is the part of retina where plenty of photoreceptors are present. It is the point of maximum visual clarity. Blind spot. It is the part of retina where the optic nerve begins. Here, photoreceptors are absent. Hence, there is no vision. Optic nerve. These are nerves that helps to transmit impulses from photoreceptors to the visual center in the brain. Along with these layers, there are two main fluids that helps eye in different ways. The fluids seen in eye are aqueous humor and vitreous humor. Aqueous humor. Aqueous means water, and thus water-like fluid present between lens and cornea in the aqueous chamber is aqueous humor. It is formed from blood and is reabsorbed into the blood. Oxygen and nourishment to the tissues of eye are provided by the aqueous humor. Vitreous humor. It is the jelly-like substance seen in vitreous chamber between the retina and lens. This helps in maintaining the shape of the eye. Now, let's check how the image is formed in the eye. The curvature of the cornea and the lens help light rays which reflect from an object to get focused on the retina. The peculiarities of the image formed by the lens of the eye can be listed as smaller than the object, inverted, and real. We can see nearby and distant objects clearly. This is because the focal length of the lens can be adjusted according to the distance of the object. While viewing nearby objects, ciliary muscles contract, ligaments relax, curvature of lens increases, focal length decreases. And at the same time, while viewing distant objects, ciliary muscles relax, ligaments stretches, curvature of lens decreases, focal length increases. Have you ever heard about the power of accommodation of eye? The ability of the eye to adjust the focal length of the lens by changing its curvature in accordance to the distance of the object from the eye and form the image on the retina is called the power of accommodation of the eye. Have you ever imagined how we see a single image even though we have two eyes? This is because of binocular vision. The images from two sides of the same object are formed in the left and right eye. When these two images combine as a result of the activities of the brain, a three-dimensional image of the object is formed. And this is how we see a single image using both the eyes. Now, let's familiarize ourselves with defects and diseases of eye. The main three defects of eye are myopia, hypermetropia, and presbyopia. Myopia. It is also called nearsightedness. It is the condition in which close objects appear clearly but far ones doesn't. It occurs if the eyeball is too long or the cornea is too curved. Treatment can be done by using devices like bifocals, glasses, and contact lenses, or by surgeries like refractive surgery and laser surgery. Hypermetropia. It is also called farsightedness. It is a visual condition in which nearby objects are blurry. The light is focused too far back in the eye, caused things which are close up to appear blurred. Treatment include glasses, contact lenses, and surgery as LASIK. Presbyopia. It is the physiological insufficiency of accommodation associated with the aging of the eye that results in progressively worsening ability to focus clearly on close objects. Symptoms include difficulty reading small print, having to hold reading material farther away, headaches, and eye strains. Now, let's check some of the eye diseases. One of the most common eye disease is night blindness. The deficiency of vitamin A causes this disease. Vitamin A results in low retinal production. This in turn prevents resynthesis of rhodopsin. A person infected with night blindness can't see objects clearly in dim light. Another disease caused to eye is xerophthalmia. It is also due to the deficiency of vitamin A. The prolonged deficiency of vitamin A causes dry and opaque conjunctiva and cornea, and this condition ultimately leads to blindness. Color blindness. It is also an eye disease where the person is unable to distinguish green and red color due to defect in cone cells. Look at this figure. If you are able to detect these figures, you are safe from color blindness, or else you must consult a nearby doctor. You all may be familiar with the disease glaucoma. Glaucoma. It is the disease caused due to the increase in pressure inside the eyes where the reabsorption of aqueous humor doesn't occur. This causes damage to the retina and the photoreceptor cells and ultimately leads to blindness. Glaucoma can be rectified by laser surgery. Cataract. It is also a familiar eye disease. It is a condition in which the lens of the eyes become opaque, resulting in blindness. This can be rectified by replacing the lens with an artificial one through surgery. Another most common eye disease is conjunctivitis. It is a bacterial or viral infection caused to conjunctiva. This is a contagious disease and can be prevented by maintaining personal hygiene. We have so far discussed about the defects and diseases caused to eye. Now let's check how can we protect our eyes. Healthy eyes symbolizes a healthy person. Some protection techniques are including food materials rich in vitamin A in our diet, practicing eye exercise, reducing the use of mobile, television and computer, using protective glasses while reading or working on computer, regular eye checkup, cleansing eyes regularly. These may help you to protect your eyes. I hope you all understood the magical world of eyes, which helps us to experience the beauty around us. Protect your eyes, enjoy the beauty. Thank you. Have a nice day.